everybody, and welcome back to a new edition of Let's Stare at Nott's Gamers Mouse Mat. Really lovely. It's covered in solder burns and muck and everything. I'll do an intro one day. But this time I want to talk to you about a little 16-bit machine I've had a bit of a problem with just recently. My Super Nintendo's died. And trying to play my Snes games through my Retron is okay, but you can tell it's emulated. And if you grew up playing them like I did, that's really annoying. So I went out and bought a super genuine, brand new inbox from the 90s, genuine super from Nintendo official Super Nintendo system. That is not at all a knockoff of the second gen SNES, and not at all made by our friends in China, and not at all possibly going to be shit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have a look what we get in there. A nice little red sticker on the front. Warning, these are the things it does. System of choice for the serious player. Dazzling 3D effects. Yeah, because Starwing looks great in 2020, mate. Digital stereo sound, great. High-tech controllers. They better feel like SNES pads, man, because cheap consoles always come with really bad pads. And a 50-60 Hz switch, which I'm going to have a lot of fun with that while the system's on. I know games hate being switched on the fly, so let's do that. Enjoy the 90s again by playing your classic 16-bit games, compatible with Super Nintendo and Super Famicom games. Right, so this super beautiful, genuine Super Nintendo. Let's see what we get in the box. Right, so as you can see, it has the official Nintendo seal of quality right across the bottom there. No, it don't. Let's pop him open. Welcome to the future. No, not even any of that. Just a cardboard box that's printed. 1, 2, 3, and ugh! Oh, at least it's not pink. I mean, the box is pink. That definitely looks pink. But this isn't pink. We like not pink. So there we have the Super Players Super Entertainment Deck. Plastic bag. I'm pretty sure I don't need to read the instructions on how to set a Super Nintendo up. I am old enough to know how to do that. So on the underside of the system, it looks like there's our toggle switch to give us a bit of juice to those PAL games that never really got optimised. SNES early, made in China. Lovely. And it does resemble the second gen SNES quite well. Looks like we could be being playing Super Effects games for that, possibly even. You usually tend to see these. It could just be decoration. Reset button feels like a reset button, power switch, blah blah blah. That's video output, which you don't tend to see on these. Would be nice to have RGB SCART on it, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So there's your Super Players Super Entertainment System, looking rather grey instead of pink, which is quite delightful, to be honest. Next up is the crucial crunch time part for me, is these controllers always tend to be just so bad. So bad. Oh wow. I mean, the plastic doesn't feel like a SNES controller, as these always don't. But the buttons feel less clicky, sticky, and a little more responsive. Still not really a great genuine Super Nintendo controller, so we'll get him out of there. Some sort of S-video to whatever connection. It seems like they've just crammed it all on one cable, possibly. We'll figure that out as I plug that in. Who cares about our cables? And inside this one we have a lovely little power pack. At least it's not one with those click-on plugs. Looks a little like what I got with my Dreamcast PSU, to be fair. But I'm not going to use it with that, because it'll probably go bang. Right, so we'll leave a controller in there, because I'm pretty sure that at least one of them works, and there's a 50-50 chance I've already taken that one out. Super Players. Please read this very fast. This is how you plug in your Super Nintendo system. Terms and conditions to play. Right, let's get rid of this. So what I want to do before I do anything else is I'm just going to have a quick wander off, get these, plug them in, and ensure the flipping thing works. So let's do that. Have a quick look at some random game, and then come back and see if we can't take this to bits and see if it's system on a chip, or reverse engineered, or whatever you guys you know think it is. Looks fairly decent in the cartridge slot, but looks can be deceiving on these things. So let's have a go. Okay, so I've spared you all the boredom of working out where I'm going to plug this, where I'm going to feed the cables, I'm going to plug it in, and me falling over said cables, because this room's not very big. I've had to dispense with the S-video because I can't capture through that as I like the connections, so I've gone straight with, you know, composite, which I'm hoping it's going to give me at least a picture. So let's test the game out. Let's test the childhood favourite of mine out. Let's test out our lovely sort of PAL version of Turtles in Time. Let's make sure that our console is switched to 50 Hz, so we can enjoy that lovely bordered PAL unoptimised slow goodness that we really enjoy from our childhood. Because there's nothing like full 60 Hz NTSC experience. You guys don't know what you're getting. 50 Hz is the way forward. You play your games for longer and they're slower, so you get more value for... No, 60 Hz is good. Right, so let's slap this in. Boom, like that. Flick it on and see what we get. 50 Hz. Lovely. I mean, come on, man, the picture's not even square. Welcome to the UK, where we had to play games with massive borders. Everyone else outside Europe, you're very lucky. Our TV format, computers. But there you go, Turtles in Time in beautiful 50 Hz. Which is truly a thing of nightmares. You ready? I mean, even the display is wobbly and hideous, and please just genuinely be bad emulation on this. So let's flick the machine to 60. Click that lovely little switch on the underside. But we have a 60 Hz image now displayed at 50 Hz. Because my box is crap. Click that again. Jump to 60. So here we go. At least I can play my PAL games at 60 Hz. By the looks of things, to be fair, the picture's not that bad. There's a bit of ghosting. It's a knockoff machine. I mean, I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. Let's have a quick blast. This isn't a game I wanted to test the machine out for. I really want to play on my older games. Super Turrican, to be fair. So we'll have a quick look at this, and I might have a quick blast on level of Super Turrican, and then we'll strip this thing down and see what it's made of. So yeah, the start button works. That's a good start. Dispense with the options, we don't care. Okay, so I've turned my normal display on now, and I can quite happily tell you guys that the display from this machine is truly a thing of nightmares. It's grainy, it's ghosty, it's not what you expect. Yeah, it could be better through the S-video connection, but I unfortunately don't have the ability to capture from that at the minute. So just plain old nasty composite. Big Apple, 3 AM. Oh, yeah, let's go with a bit of Donny. I love Donny, he's my favourite turtle. He's a smart cookie. So we got the PAL version of the game chugging along at a decent 60 Hz rate there. Let's have a few foot soldiers dispensed with, and then play. Let's flick you to 50 Hz. Oh no, look at that. Look at that. So you gamers out there in you know, America and Japan and anywhere outside Europe, just spare a little bit of sympathy for us guys, because our games were so severely gimped. I mean, look at this. Donatello looks like he's put a lot of weight on now, and I don't know if my capture card's picking this up, but the colour's gone completely out of control. It is so overly saturated. Then my turtle just looks like an luminous green blob with a little bit of a stick coming off him. So yeah, I can't stand that. Let's flick back to 60 Hz again. And everything's good with the world. Yeah, that's it. Right, come on. So as you can tell, I've not played Turtles in Time for about 20 years, and I'm absolutely diabolical at it. Get that pizza, because we really need it. Now, I've noticed the console don't like being flicked on the fly. I don't know if my capture's picking this up, but I'm getting some wicked jerkiness. But there we go. Don't stand near that when it goes boom. Oh. Die, foot soldier scum! Sort you out. Hey, there's crime. If I remember correctly, don't get hit by his laser eyes. No, very, very painful. I mean, I could tested this with anything else, but I do enjoy Turtles in Time. I mean, other Snes games are available, but Turtles in Time is good. And the think we'll just get the Baxter at the end. Thanks for that. I mean, this is not a bad stopgap. Obviously, when I wait for a genuine Snes to turn up, but to be honest, guys, this was 30 sheets. It wasn't expensive. It's a laugh, and it's not bad. It's not bad. And to be honest, I can play my Snes games again for a bit. They seem to run us slightly better than they do on the Retron, but they don't look as crisp. Here we go, Baxter. Terminate the turtles! Alright, mate. Oh, I can't remember how to hit him. Ah, that's got you. I have to wait till it lands. He does that sort of grabby thing. Kick his ass. There you go. Die, Baxter. Come on, mate, land. It's just one of them things you gotta do. Just land. So twat you in the head. Hey, there we go. Oh, I knew he'd get rid of that. Come on, land. It's not funny. Stop giggling. Just land. Let me twat at you all. Get away from this level. That's it, that's it, that's it. Ooh. Oh, come on, mate. I don't have that much energy. I'm sure you can hit him while he's up there, but anyway. Baxter Stockman has been dispensed with. Cowabunga, everybody. Let's eat pizza. So not bad at all. Cowabunga! How about cowabunga in 50 hertz? No, you don't like that, do you? Okay, yeah, so well, Turtles in Time works okay, and flicking the switch on the fly genuinely makes your games feel unwell, which is what I was hoping for. So there's going to be plenty of fun to be able to do some old titles here. So let's get Turtles in Time out. And I'm going to play possibly the most expensive game of my whole collection in the cheapest Super Nintendo ever. So here we go, guys. We've got Rendering Ranger R2 on the Snes, limited to a ridiculously low amount of copies in Japan. Luckily, I picked this up years and years and years ago because of my obsession with Manfred Trenz. If you guys have heard of him, he's a run and gun masterclass programmer. So let's stick this in and see how my really cheap machine handles my really expensive Super Famicom game. And let's pop Rendering Ranger in the machine. Now, I got very lucky years ago and managed to pick this up on videogameimports.com for as little as 50 quid. But this game is worth a phenomenal amount of money nowadays, even unboxed. So if you want to try out some Manfred Trenz platform in action, the best way to do this is, unfortunately, guys, is through emulation, because this game is... This game will be yours if you have deep pockets. I just got very lucky, and I'm very, very glad I did. But without further ado, here is Rendering Ranger R2 on the Snes. Let's do a quick level of this. The music and the graphics blow you away. For a 16-bit system, so I'm expecting it to look absolutely shit on this. Let's do it. Apologies in advance, guys. I haven't played this game for a very long time. It's incredibly difficult if you suck at running gunners. And I did used to be decent, but obviously not by today's standards. So here we go. Massive shame this never got a PAL release. I mean, we'd have lapped it up in Europe. We'd love these kind of games. So a re-release at some point would be great. There we go. Let's kill some stuff. If I knew this game was going to go up in value as much as it did, I'd have paid the extra 50 quid years ago and I would have bought this with the box. But the unboxed copy is good enough for me. It's not as good, if you ask me, it's not as good as Super Turrican, but it's still an awesome game in its own right. I won't go into too much detail when I'm playing it, because later down the line I really want to do my own personal review on this, because Manfred Trenz run and gunners just have a special place for me, man. I spent a lot of time as a kid killing stuff that this man has put in video games. So there we go, Rendering Ranger on the Snes does look very lovely, but I'm not going to go into too much detail now. Let's just get through the level and enjoy some funky 16-bit tracks. Oh, died. I mean, as graphically demanding Super Nintendo's games go, this is not doing a bad job of running it. Apologies for my abysmal gameplay, but I have not played this game for such a long time. I suck at it. I don't know how the sound's currently coming through because that's being captured by my computer. Hopefully the sound is decent, but if it is bad, I'll be back in a minute to tell you how bad it is. Trust me. Because Rendering Ranger's got some of the best music you've heard out of the Snes, outside games like Plok, which really did push the sound of the system. But as you can see, I've either got to the end of the level or these lives left that I've got, and I think the lives are going to run out first. Is it just me or is that Garfield? Dude, you must really hate Mondays. Enough to be plastered on the wall. Anyway, Garfield in Rendering Ranger. Never got spotted when I was a kid. Let's just keep running and shooting, man, because this is the easy way to go. Gotta admit, guys, the controllers are super responsive. They're not clicky, the buttons haven't stuck yet. The dreadful style of gameplay is just down to the fact that I truly am dreadful at this game. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Just means I suck. Oh no! And there we go. So there's a bit of Rendering Ranger for you guys. Later on I'll pop up some reviews of these old 16-bit games because, man, I just love them. Well, so ultimately that didn't work out too bad. I had a quick listen back and the audio from the machine isn't as bad as I thought. So I've got a few more games to chuck at it. So to check out the sound, as I mentioned earlier when I was playing Rendering Ranger, Plok on the Snes happens to have some of the clearest, most best sound in my opinion from the machine. It's very good achievement. Super Mario Kart, obviously the #1 game everyone needs to know if it works. Hates running on these kind of machines. So I also delved into the land of Super Effects, so we'll get an NTSC title in there, a little bit of Star Fox and a little bit of Doom. I'm hoping that it's going to struggle with these, because if it plays them, this is going to be really boring. So what we'll do, we'll start off, we've had a PAL game. We've had PAL game in this, so we'll make sure this is switched to 60 Hz. And we'll stick an NTSC game in. Of the Super Effects variety, huh? Star Fox. Or Star Wing, if you live in the UK, because... yeah... Okay, so we have a NTSC game running at NTSC speed on the NTSC screen. Let's show you guys how we enjoyed it in Powerland. Oh yeah, look at those frames per second, man. Getting at least 15. Wow. So Star Fox was terrible in the UK if you didn't have a modded system. Let's put that back to 60 Hz, because that hurts my brain. Completely and utterly hurts my brain. Star Fox seems to render okay. Control type whatever. I'm not having a serious go. I just want to know if the game plays. Star Fox team, our last resort is to counterattack Venom. Good luck. Good luck. Oh yes, mid-90s 3D 16-bit land. It is a true delight to learn behold at the time, but now it is old. Let's go. There we go. Little chips chicken. No, Fox. Screw you, mate. Let's shoot. Let it shoot. Let's shoot Falco, because Falco does my head in. Let's get rid of him. Hey Fox, what you playing at, man? That was my kill. As you can see, it's not really struggling too bad rendering Super Effects game. I was half expecting slowdown, graphical glitching and bad sound, but the sound is decent. What's the twin blaster now? What's that called? Graphics render at a fair old pace. So Star Fox works. Rather impressed. Yeah. Just to make everybody else in 60Hz land feel sorry for me, here's Star Fox at 50Hz. How short and fat everything is. The colour changes as well. I don't know if that's based down on the system or what. The bomb, thank you. That's very handy. Okay, I can't hack it, let's go back. 60 Hz! Yeah, the colour seems to lose a little bit, but that could be the machine. Probably is the machine. I'm sure there's a secret down one of these. Hey, here's another bomb! I'll have a bomb. Cheers, bomb. It'll come in handy to just lob over there and terminate these a little bit. Hey! Good old fashioned slow down. Shoot him. Here's another bomb. Anyway, that's Star Fox. So Star Fox works pretty well. Off you go. Okay, so that was Star Fox. That was all gravy. Let's take him out. Cartridges are a little stiff in this, but that goes with these knockoff cartridge slots. I'm not apologising for how I handled Star Fox. There's about 7 billion copies of this crappy thing floating around the universe. And I don't mean it's crap, I just mean it's just in abundance. So let's stress out our cheap machine and whack some Doom in. I'm hoping this time for some graphical failures. Hideous graphical failures. We're not going to get that, are we? So let's click him on. Let's Doom. Very surprised if it plays this. I've had plenty of consoles in the past that wouldn't play this. So it's only really, in my experience, it's run on genuine hardware. It even struggles on my Retron 5, so let's see. Oh, Doom at 60Hz, lovely. In fact, it's not lovely enough, not nearly lovely enough. Let's just go for the painful 50Hz route. Click. Much better. Less frames. More oversaturation of the colour. Truly delightful. I mean, Doom never really had any business being on the Super Nintendo in the first place, so it was impressive to see. But even more impressive at 50Hz, guys, come on. Now let's unmelt. There we go. I always find it creepy that the enemies just faced you dead on. In this version. They just never any animations for any other side of them, so they just have no choice but to always stare at you. Well, it plays Doom, colour me impressed, and yeah, that's that. What's next? Okay guys, so that was Doom. Surprisingly, it ran well. I mean, I want to say something bad about this so far, but other than the picture quality through my capture card, it's not so bad. So, you know, take Doom away. I'm getting disappointed because it actually works. This is funny. This is funny. So let's try Plok, because this is a lovely game with some fantastic music for what the machine was capable of. So let's check him out. Power 60, nothing. Power 50. There we go. It boots in 50Hz, but can we switch it to 60 and maintain that? Indeed we can. Does it mess with the sound? No, it doesn't. Okay, so enjoy some Plok, guys. Wasn't the greatest platform you could get, but the sound for a Super Nintendo was absolutely on point at the time. Lovely emulated by my cheap, nasty Super Players entertainment system as well, guys. So yeah, there's Plok in all its Plocky goodness. Off he goes on his little boat. Where is he going to stop? I wish I knew. It's been a very long time. He's going to stop at the flag. And we're going to get a level. There you go, guys. Plok. One of the more interesting looking Super Nintendo titles. I'm glad you can actually switch this to 60 Hz as well, because I mean at 50 Hz it just wouldn't be dreadful. There you go, look. Bouncy bouncy. You lock those arms away. Very interesting game. But is there nothing our Super Players Super Entertainment System cannot hack? And we have thrown some of the most uncompatible games at it that I know of, in terms of what a sort of knockoff system can do. And it's played Plok, it's played Doom, it's played Star Fox, it's played my very expensive copy of Rendering Ranger 2. I can't think of any more severely demanding games in my collection other than stuff like Star Ocean to try it with. You know what? Let's stick Star Ocean in. Thank you, Plok. And I don't know why I'm going to try this on here, because it's unplayable in the state it is, unless you can read Japanese. So I've actually got a translated patch for this, and I'm going to play it through my Retron 5 at some point, which is why I bought the Retron 5, so I can enjoy these JRPGs with translation patches. There we go. So a bit of Star Ocean. Let's pop him in. For what I remember, this has so much English voice acting in there for a game that never made it to any English-speaking countries. So there we go. Original Star Ocean on the Super Famicom, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pop him in and see what we get. I haven't really got a great deal to say about this game, as I've never played it. I just own it with intention to play it somewhere down the line. But let's see. Massive, massive language barrier, guys. I did often think about trying to play these games through Google Lens and just have the sort of tablet set up in front of your TV to translate it on the fly, but it doesn't work like you'd think it would at the moment. So let's just be some random name I can't read because I haven't learnt to read it, and just enjoy a bit of Star Ocean. Let's see the intro play through. Will we get bad sound? Will we get good sound? Will we get bad emulation? This is what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for games that don't work in this, and I'm really having a hard time finding one. Holy crap, the talking's like... That's not bad. It's very muffled, and it's not greatly clear, but you can make it out.
Would you like some coffee, Captain?
Wow, there's a lot of dialogue in this game. That's quite impressive. It really is quite impressive. They're going to wander around during the intro and just sort of have a general waffle about what's going on.
Captain, we just picked up a huge amount.
But if you guys can think of any more demanding Super Nintendo games that really do tend to struggle running outside of the genuine hardware, let me know, because I have plenty of them, but I just can't think of any. I've tried a Super FX game. I've got other Super FX games, but I'm assuming you get the same result there. Very impressed. Very impressed. On my main screen it looks okay. On my capture card there's some tearing issues going off, but that might just be the refresh rate of my other monitor.
What the hell? Stardate 346. Now to an unknown.
I mean, look at that!
Totally new age about to begin. Is it God's will or the irony of fate? And still mankind makes its way where no one...
Star Trek, these are the voyages of the SS Pointy Thing.
People
Our
say
future mission is to
universe
carry on going this way, away from the dots that are being swallowed up behind us by the darkness. And forever forward. So there we have it, guys. The cheapy Super Nintendo plays a variety of weird stuff. And quite well at that. Sound emulation is not too bad. The picture looks a little too overly soft. I mean, that could just be because I'm using the composite output as opposed to the S-video. But nonetheless, looks absolutely great. Thank you very much, Star Ocean. I will play you one day. Okay, so far everything I've thrown at it has played relatively well. Great compatibility on a variety of games that shouldn't really work. And I'm rather impressed. But I have just noticed we've played Plok, we've played Star Fox, we've played Doom, we've played Star Ocean, we played Rendering Ranger, but I am still yet to slap my PAL copy of Super Mario Kart in, so apologies guys. Well, we jump down the rabbit hole for another 30 seconds of does it play Mario Kart? And the answer to does it play Mario Kart is yeah, man. He plays Mario Kart. Doop 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 doop. Right. GP 100. Let's go. Yeah, the Super Players pads are half decent, guys. But if you have a genuine Snes pad, you know what to use. Scooper Trooper. Are you ready for me to utterly suck at Mushroom Circuit or Mario Circuit, or whatever the circuit's called? It's been a long time. I've even forgot what Accelerate is. Ah, it's that one. There we go. Off we go. There, that's what we want. Did I see some glitching? Yes, I did. So, you mode 7 games. Have a little bit of graphical issues. But that may be because I'm running the PAL game at 60 Hz to just recoup that speed that we lose. It possibly is that because I've noticed I've lost half the time and half the box off the top of the screen, which means this game was actually optimised for PAL. So let's just flick that to 50 Hz. Not give up. Oh, there we go, the glitching is gone. So I'm assuming if you've got the NTSC version of this and you run it in the machine at 60 Hz, you'll get absolutely no issues. But as with always, forcing the PAL version of Mario Kart to 60 Hz does cause issues. Yeah, so for a cheap sort of Super Nintendo, just to get my games running again, it's not that bad. Yes, it forces you to play Mario Kart at 50 Hz, which isn't what you want. But at 60 Hz you get a few glitches, and as you can tell, I'm trying to talk and race at the same time, and I am truly dreadful at Mario Kart. So there we have it, guys. It plays everything I've run so far, except for this at 60 Hz. Plok will run at 60 Hz, but you have to boot it in 50. So a lot of PAL games you may have to boot in 50 Hz and then toggle once they're booted, especially the ones that have got region lockout on. But there you go. The Super Players Super Entertainment System is actually super not bad. So let's get it up and see what we got. And thus ends Mario Kart. So yeah. Retrospective 2. Retrospective 2. Yes, it plays Plok, it plays Star Fox, it plays Doom, it plays Star Ocean, Rendering Ranger, and even Mario Kart, but with a few glitches forcing you into 50 Hz. This machine isn't bad as compatibility goes. I can't think of any more challenging games that the SNES struggles to run outside a genuine machine. If you guys can think of any, please let me know, and I will test them out, because I do have quite a large arsenal of Super Nintendo games. But as it stands, the sound isn't bad, the picture's a little soft, the ability to flick your games into 60 Hz and enjoy them as they're intended is excellent for all us PAL gamers. So without further ado, now we've gone through all this, let's open the machine up and see if we've got a reverse engineered system or just a copy. Probably not interesting to you guys, but I really want to know. So let's get the screwdrivers and whip it open. Okay, so here I am with my Super Player Super Entertainment System. What a half-decent machine, guys. I can't fault it. I watched a little bit of the video back before I came to this point of stripping it, and you do get a bit of banding and ghosting around the images, but, you know, that could just be down to how I've got it hooked up. I'll try it with this video a little later down the line and see if that does improve anything, but to be honest, it's just a stopgap till I find myself a nice, genuinely modified Snes or Super Famicom that I can play my titles on again. So let's whip it open and see what we've got. This is the boring bit, so cue fast forward. Okay, so there's more in here than I was expecting. I was expecting like something the size of a Raspberry Pi with a chip covered in a blob emulating a SNES. This looks like it's doing a bit more than I would have thought. I could be wrong. I don't understand these things fully on the inside, but that looks more like it's really trying to be a Super Nintendo than emulate one. As usually you just get one chip on the board. Don't know if this is a design issue here, but I'm surprised mine worked because there is a blob of solder joining the legs of these pins together. Whether that's deliberate or not, I'm not sure. But there's your Super Players Super Nintendo on the inside. Super cheap with super loads of space. You could probably super cram lots of super cartridges in and hide from your friends. I've been Knots Gamer. Thanks for watching me take this piece of cheap stuff to bits. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please subscribe. If you like it even more, please share, because that does me a great favour. And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be back with something a little different again, as always, next time, because I just love a little different. But in the meantime, I'll leave you with a little bit more SNES footage. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. The Super Players Super System is not a genuine Super Nintendo. It's only held together by 4 screws and is rather super. It's great and super at playing your Super Nintendo games at Super 60Hz if you happen to live in 50Hz land, where Super Nintendo games weren't quite as super as they originally intended. Unfortunately, the output display of the Super Nintendo Super System does not match the original display of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which is a great shame. Other than that, the Super Player Super System, with its 60Hz option for us power gamers, and modestly half-decent picture, and quite good compatibility, is very super. Please buy the Super Player Super System if you don't happen to have a SNES, because they're rather expensive. And forget, people, please SNES responsibly. Bye.